Hello students, today we will discuss about the graphical problem on electromagnetic induction. Here you see there is a 5 problem. 1. A bar magnet is moved towards this coil. You have to draw the induced EMF versus time graph. And here this bar magnet is oscillate in this way through this coil with particular frequency. You have to draw the EMF, induced EMF versus time for complete one oscillation. And here you see that there is a flexible loop whose radius is changed in this way. That means change of radius of this loop is maintained with this time through this graph, and this loop is placed perpendicular to the magnetic field, and you have to draw the induced EMF versus time graph. And here you see that number 4, this is a uniform magnetic field region of length D. If a square loop of length L is moved with constant velocity, then you have to draw the EMF versus time graph. Here is number 5. Number 5 is, suppose this is a loop, and suppose this is a bar magnet. If this bar magnet is dropped, then what will be the EMF versus time graph? Now start. Number 1. According to the Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, you can write induced EMF E equals to minus d phi by dt. That means change of magnetic flux. That means here is minus n d phi by dt. N is the number of turns. Now when this bar magnet is moved towards this coil, then change of magnetic flux will be increased. That means induced electromotive force must be increased. So suppose this is a time and this is the electromotive force along this direction, and if this change of magnetic flux will increase, that means this value is positive, then electromotive force must be negative because this is positive function and there is a negative, so total electromotive force must be negative, and electromotive force will increase non-linearly in this way. When this bar magnet passed through this coil to the opposite side, then the polarity of induced electromotive force must be reversed. So this change in this way. This is the graph of electromotive force versus time in this situation. This is a magnet. This magnet oscillates in this way. So you have to draw the EMF versus time for a complete oscillation. Complete oscillation means this magnet is moved in this way, and from here in reverse direction in this way. This is start and this is in this case the complete cycle. So there is two situations. Situation number 1. When the bar magnet moves along this direction, And situation number 2, when bar magnet is reversed in this way. That means there is two situations. One, when this bar magnet is moved along this direction, and when the bar magnet is reversed in this direction. In this situation. And number 3, that means situation number 2. And situation number 3. Situation number 3 is when this bar magnet reach the maximum point. For instant of time, this bar magnet is an rest of the highest point. That means the bar magnet is rest for some time, for instant of time, for instant of time. This is the one complete oscillation. So suppose this is rest condition. If this bar magnet is free, then this bar magnet is reach on the other side. This is the one situation. When this bar magnet reach on the top, that means highest point, for instant of time, this bar magnet is an rest. Then this bar magnet is moving in this way. That means situation number 2. This is the 3 situation. You have to draw in 3 situation in a graph. Suppose this is a T versus induced EMF graph. For in this case, when the north pole is moving towards this face, then this face of this coil must be a north pole. That means the direction of current must be anti-clockwise. That means number 1, the direction of current, that means induced EMF direction must be anti-clockwise, because it behaves like a north pole, so that this north pole and this north pole must be repel each other according to Lenz's law. If we suppose to take the EMF, induced EMF of anti-clockwise is positive, then you can draw in this way. Sometime of the magnet is and rest, so this in this way. When this magnet is moving towards the direction, the magnetic flux is increases, so the induced EMF must be increases. When this magnet is moving towards and in past way from this loop, then it will be in reverse direction. This is the situation number 1. Situation 1 in this case. And situation number 3, for instant of time, this magnet is an rest. This magnet is an rest on the upper side. That means if the magnet is an rest, then there is no change in magnetic flux. So if there is no change in magnetic flux, that means induced EMF must be 0. That means this case, the situation number 3. Situation number 3 means here is, suppose this condition, when the magnet in this condition is rest for instant of time. When after that this magnet is moving in the reverse direction, then in this phase the magnetic flux will increases, so the induced electromotive force must be increases. So in this way, this will be a complete one cycle. This is the situation number 2. This is the graphical representation of induced EMF versus time graph of situation number 2 অর্থাৎ number 2 problem. Next, number 3. I have completed this problem also. So number 3. Number 3 problem. Here the change of radius of the loop is in this fashion. That means 0 second, here is 1 second, here is 2 second. 0 to 1 is constant. Then 1 to 2 is increases. After that this is constant. So you have to calculate the induced EMF first. Suppose induced EMF according to the Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction is equal to d phi by dt. Here is, suppose this is magnitude, so the minus must be omitted. That means d by dt dt into b into a. B is magnetic field and a is the area of the loop. And area of the loop is d dt b into pi r square. The area of the loop is pi r square, and b and pi are constant. So, and the r, this, if you derivative this r square, then 2r dr by dt. That means 2 pi r b dr by dt. This is the, that means E equals to 2 pi r b dr by dt. This is the induced electromotive force in this condition. Here you see that the change of radius, here situation number 1. Situation number 1. Situation 1 means t equals to 0 to t equals to 1. T equals to 1. In this condition, the change of radius is 0 because there is no change in radius with time. That means dr by dt equals to 0. If dr by dt is 0, then induced EMF must be 0. If dr by dt is 0, then induced EMF must be 0. So situation number 1. If I draw the time versus induced EMF, that means 0 second, here is 1 second, here is 2 second, and other. That means 0 to 1 there is no induced electromotive force, and 0 time situation number 2. That means t equals to 1 to t equals to 2 second. That means in this condition, here in this condition r is proportional to t because this is a linear increases. That means radius of this loop is increases linearly with time. That means r is proportional to t. That means r equals to kt. It may be written as r equals to kt. That means dr by dt must be k. If you derivative this, dr by dt must be k. That means E will be E equals to 2 pi r means t kt, and here is d by dt into, that means dr by dt, here dr by dt is k. That means it will be 2 pi k square t. This is a constant value, that means E is proportional to T. So 1 to 2 seconds, the induced EMF will increase linearly with time. That means it will be in this way, for 1 to 2 seconds. Suppose situation number 3. Situation number 3 and situation number 1 is similar, because t equals to 2 to t equals to 3 or greater value of time t. The R is constant, that means R is constant, that means dr by dt equals to 0, that means induced electromotive force is 0. So this is the graphical representation of the situation number 3 of induced EMF versus time graph. Now the situation number 4. Now I discuss the problem number 4. Here you see that this is a magnetic field region of length d, and this is the length of this this is a square loop of length L. This square loop is moved with constant velocity v. And that's why, suppose step 1, when this square loop is outside the magnetic field region, there is no induced electromotive force. When this square loop is entering on the magnetic field region, then there will be change in magnetic flux, and the change in magnetic flux. So according to this, change in induced electromotive force equals to BVL. Here is VL is the length of this rod, length of the square loop, and V is the velocity, and B is the magnetic field. This loop is entered on the magnetic field in perpendicular direction, so the induced EMF is BVL. BVL. When this loop reaches in this condition, that means when loop is entered completely, then there will be no change in magnetic flux. Time taken by the loop to enter completely is, that means time equals to, suppose t1. When the time taken by the loop entered to the field region completely, that means when this loop is in this way, so the time is taken by the time is L by V, and L by V. So if I draw the time versus electromotive force, then up to T1, this is suppose T1, 0 to T. So when this loop is entered on the magnetic field region, up to T1 there is a change of magnetic field, change in magnetic flux. So there is a induced EMF. This EMF must be in negative direction, that means in this way, and value of VBL. After this there is no change in magnetic flux up to time to reach the other side, time taken by the loop to reach on the other side of the magnetic field region, that means when this loop reach in this condition, what is the time taken by this loop? Here is total is D and this length is L, this is length, তার মানে traversed by this loop is D by L, D minus L divided by V. That means up to time T2, here is suppose T2 equals to, here is T1 equals to L by V and T2 equals to, suppose this is T2. That means T2 equals to D minus L by V. Up to D minus L by V there is no change in magnetic flux, so there is no change in electromotive force. So up from T1 to T2 there is no change in magnetic flux, so the induced EMF must be 0. After that the induced EMF is generated because the change of magnetic flux is changed, so in this will be a negative value and this is BVL, this is minus, this is plus. This is the graph of electromotive force versus time for this situation. If the value of L and D, V and B is given, then you can easily draw this electromotive force versus time graph. Now the situation number 5, that means problem number 5. What is the problem number 5? Problem number 5 is, this is the loop and this is the bar magnet. This bar magnet, the initial velocity is 0 and it is dropped in gravity. That means the acceleration of this bar magnet is G. When there is two situations. Situation number 1, when this bar magnet approaches to the loop, then the change of magnetic flux will be changed, then there will be a electromotive force. So when this bar magnetic is moved towards this loop, then there is a change in magnetic flux, so the induced EMF is generated. And when this bar magnet pass, the velocity in this condition and velocity of in this condition is greater. That means if E1 equals to minus d phi by dt in this condition, and here is E2 equals to minus d phi by dt, the change of magnetic flux in this condition, that means here is 1 and here is 2. The change in magnetic flux of 2 greater than change of magnetic flux of 1, because the velocity of the bar magnet is increases. So the E1, suppose this is E1, and E2, suppose this is E2. E2 must be greater than. E2 must be greater than, because the velocity of the magnet is increases, so the change of magnetic flux must be increases, so the induced EMF must be increases. So the first, in this condition, in this up to this portion, the induced EMF, value of induced EMF less than the when this magnet is passed away from this loop. This is the, so the E1 greater than, E1 less than E2. That's why this is the graph from this condition.